If you want to become a front-end developer and don't know where to start, this is the right place for you. In this video, we will look at what tools and technologies you need to learn. We will see the complete roadmap to become a successful and professional front-end developer. So let's get started. The very bare minimum to get started with front-end development is to learn the fundamentals that includes learning HTML, CSS and JavaScript. These are the essential skills that you should have, but mark my words that to get into front-end you need to learn way more than these. Here HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It serves as the skeleton or the structure of every website. Whereas CSS on the other hand stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is used to add styles to your websites using colors, fonts, animations and layouts. With the help of CSS, you can also make responsive websites that can change their layout and styles according to various screens, so that users have smooth and better experience while using your website. And JavaScript on the other hand is the programming language of the web. It behaves like a brain which is used to insert actions and functionalities in websites. Like what happens if a user click on the button. So what you have learned so far is that we have three bare minimum skills to enter into front-end development, and these are HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Now HTML is used to create structure of any website, CSS is used to add styles and beauty to it, and finally JavaScript is used to add functionality and dynamic behavior into the website. So this is the very first step in our front-end roadmap. Here HTML and CSS can be learned easily, whereas JavaScript could be challenging, especially if you have no prior programming knowledge before. Once you are confident with the fundamentals of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, you could accelerate the development process by using these CSS frameworks. CSS frameworks like Bootstrap, Materialize, Tailwind and Sass, which is actually a CSS preprocessor, which I will talk about later in this video, but the CSS frameworks here make it easier to develop a website that looks very beautiful in a very short time. Actually, these CSS alternatives consist of various CSS styles that are ready to use, allowing developers to save time in styling a website. These style sheets offer built-in classes for popular web elements like navbars, headers, footers, menus, etc. and are very user-friendly and attractive. Whereas CSS preprocessors like Sass is used to add some features on the top of CSS, like adding variables, functions or mixins, importing and exporting CSS code, etc. So I hope you understand all about the CSS frameworks and CSS preprocessors and their importance in front-end. Now as we have learned how CSS frameworks and preprocessors allows us to write CSS easily and fastly, similarly we have JavaScript frameworks that are designed to make JavaScript as easier and powerful as it can be. This is the reason why front-end developers usually prefer using a framework over plain JavaScript. Angular, React and Vue.js are some of the most popular JavaScript frameworks for front-end development. If you ask me what is your favorite JavaScript framework, then I will say React, because it is very in demand, powerful and perfect to start with if you are a beginner. Now after learning a JavaScript framework, it is also recommended to learn state management libraries like Redux, which is for React, Vuex, which is for Vue and NGRX, which is made for Angular. Basically state management allows you to manage the data across your entire app very easily. It deals with storing and updating the state of the application. As a developer, you will be expected to perform basic testing of your application to ensure usability and functionality. Writing test cases for your code is a way to ensure that the code is working as expected. This is why testing is another important skill to know in order to become a professional front-end developer. There are different levels of testing in front-end development like unit testing and end-to-end testing. Several tools are available for testing like Jest, Jasmine, Cypress, etc. Moving ahead, a version control system is useful if you are working on a large project or need to collaborate with another developers. But you should also familiar with the version control even if you are just started, because it allows you to host your code online, as well as it also makes you write a lot flexible and managed code. As the name suggests that you can switch to different versions of your code. Git is one of the most popular and widely used version control system, and combining it with GitHub allows you to host your code in remote repository as well. You will encounter package managers at some point as you work on front-end development. These are simply just a piece of code written by someone else that you can import in your program to achieve some functionality out of the box. A few of the popular package managers are npm and yarn. Once your website is completed, you must launch it so that anyone with access to the internet may view and utilize it. You must understand the fundamentals of hosting tools in order to deploy a website. Tools like GitHub Pages, Heroku, Firebase, Netlify, Vercel, and others are available. Hosting services are also offered by cloud providers like Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, and Microsoft Azure, etc. Now, up till this point, you are ready to build professional applications as a front-end developer and ready to get a job in it as well. But if you want to learn more, then you can also explore these topics next, which includes progressive web apps, also called PWAs. That is another good to know concept using which you can build application with additional capabilities like the ability to be installed in user's device, especially on mobile phones, an app-like interface, push notifications, etc. You can also explore CORS, which stands for Cross-Origin Resource Sharing, that is required to understand and used when the client interacts with the server. Another popular approach you can learn is to pre-build static content that consists of the data and serve to users when they make a request, which of course will result in faster loading. Now this can be done with the help of static site generation tools like Next.js. Now once you are done learning all the tools and technologies, it's the time to build projects using the skills that you have learned. You can do it by creating clones of different websites, building some nice UIs and portfolios. Also make one portfolio for yourself as well, which should consist of all your projects so that you can apply for jobs. At last, I should suggest that keep practicing and keep learning, and this will make you a good front-end developer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. For more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel and also turn on bell notifications. At last, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next time.